Welcome students, welcome to English Fundamentals Basic number 8, in which I would like to explain you how to identify a phrase and a clause in a sentence and different parts of speech, noun, verb, adjective, adverb, how these uh, uh, can be changed into noun phrase, noun into noun phrase, adjective into adjective phrase, and adjective clause, adverb into an adverb phrase, and an adverb clause. Let us learn in this video. Let us see how to identify a phrase and a clause in a sentence. First example, I want to buy a car. Here in this sentence you can see I as a subject, want as a verb. So no doubt this principle satisfies the clause. To buy a car, it is a phrase and it does not carry a complete thought. And of course, it begins with a proposition. Okay? So it is a group of words standing together as a conceptual unit. Okay? And it typically forming as a component of a clause. Okay, so this rule satisfies with the phrase. So with which we can say that subject and verb cannot be observed in a phrase. Subject and verb can be observed in a clause. Right? Let us see the second example. I know him where he lives. In this example, I as a subject, know verb, him object. I know him. It is main clause, independent clause, no doubt. And the next part of the clause or a sentence is where he lives. He lives. Where he lives is considered a subordinate clause and it too has subjective verb. Main clause has subjective verb. Subordinate clause also has subjective verb. Okay? Right. So you can see a bifurcation line for these two clauses. Okay? A line is drawn between these two. So immediately you can see where. What is this where? It is a conjunction, a connector, a linker. We know that a conjunction is a word that connects two words, two phrases, two clauses, two sentences. Okay? So here, where is a connector? Okay? So main clause, subordinate clause. We call it a complex sentence. Okay? So it is true that subordinate clause always joins with a connector, begins with a connector. It is subordinating conjunction. Okay? Conjunctions we use in subordinate clause are subordinating conjunctions. Okay? So main clause, subordinate clause together we call complex sentence. Okay? So this can be said in other way also. I know him where he lives. I know his address. I know his living place. I know his living place. Okay, so this way we can also express the same meaning, express the same meaning without damaging the meaning with a different expression. Okay, so this flexibility is there with when we know all these exercises. Okay, రైట్. వాక్యంలో ఉన్న నౌన్ని నౌన్ ఫ్రేజ్ గాను, నౌన్ ఫ్రేజ్ను నౌన్ క్లాజ్ గాను, లేదా నౌన్ క్లాజ్ గాను ఎలా మార్చడం అనేది ఈ వీడియోలో చూద్దాం. చూడండి, ఫస్ట్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్, ఐ వాంట్ ఏ కార్. సో హియర్ కార్ ఈజ్ ఎ నౌన్. Okay. Second example, I want to buy a car, or I want to have a car. So to buy a car is noun phrase because it is in the place of object. Okay, we can change it into another way also. To have a car, I want to have a car. So to buy a car, to have a car are in object place. Okay, so they are noun phrases. Third one, I want that I should buy a car, or I want that I should have a car. So these two are noun clauses. That I should buy a car, that I should have a car are in the place of object. Okay, so this is the way how a noun can be converted into noun phrase and a noun clause. Okay, రైట్. ఒక ఎడ్జెక్టివ్ని ఎడ్జెక్టివ్ ఫ్రేజ్ గాను ఎడ్జెక్టివ్ క్లాజ్ గాను ఎలా మార్చాలో ఇప్పుడు చూద్దామండి. ఇక్కడ 3 ఎగ్జాంపుల్స్ ఇచ్చాను. మొదటి ఎగ్జాంపుల్, హీ ఈజ్ ఏ కైండ్ మ్యాన్. కైండ్ adjective. Okay, now how to convert this kind adjective into adjective phrase? He is a man with a kind heart. So there will be no damage in the meaning. Sentence formation changed. Okay, right. Third example, he is a man who is kind. Who is kind is an adjective clause. Okay, it is understood here a phrase can be a part of speech as a modifier. Okay, like that we can understand here. So he is a man with kind heart. So with here in this example is a preposition. With in this example is a preposition. So most of the phrases joins with, associates with prepositions. We know that. Preposition. Okay. In third example, we can see who as a connector, linker or conjunction. Okay, so we can call this a clause, okay, which is having verb and a predicate. Okay, here verb predicate. Okay, right. So this way, this is main clause, this is subordinate clause. Subordinate clause always associates, begins with a connector. Okay, right. So here what we understand is a phrase can be acted as a part of speech here. Okay, a clause also, okay, used as a part of speech, okay, as an adjective clause. Okay, So here in these three examples, we understand that in the first example, adjective is used before noun that qualifies. But in these two examples, adjective phrase or adjective clause are used after the noun they qualify. Okay? In the first example, adjective is used before a noun that qualify. In the two examples, that is phrase, adjective clause, in these two examples, adjective phrase is used after a noun that qualify. Adjective clause is used after the noun it qualifies. So this is the main point where we need to apply, need to understand. Okay. ఒక యాడ్వర్బ్ను యాడ్వర్బ్ ఫ్రేజ్ గాను యాడ్వర్బ్ క్లాజ్ గాను ఎలా మార్చాలో ఇప్పుడు చూద్దాం. ఇక్కడ 3 ఎగ్జాంపుల్స్ ఇచ్చానండి. ఫస్ట్ వన్, హీ ఫాట్ బ్రేవ్లీ. బ్రేవ్లీ ఈజ్ adverb. Okay, right. How to change it into adverb phrase? In the second example, you can see that he fought in a brave manner. Okay, most of the adverbs that end with the ly are adverbs, and these adverbs are manner adverbs. Okay, so it is changed into adverb phrase like in a brave manner. He fought in a brave manner. So bravely is converted into phrase, adverb phrase, in a brave manner. Okay, as we know that a phrase associates with a preposition. Okay, here in is a preposition. Okay, right. Third one, he fought as a brave man fights. Here you can see as is a connector. As is a connector. Okay, so this is subordinate clause, this is main clause. Bravely adverb converted into adverb phrase along with the preposition. Okay, adverb or adverb phrase converted into adverb clause. Okay, as is a connector. This phrase is in used with a manner. Okay, so it is adverb phrase, adverb clause. Okay.